Good morning, students. I'm sure you understood present indefinite and present continuous tenses that we covered in our last class. Let's resume our class on tenses. In today's module, we will do present perfect tense and present perfect continuous. Present perfect tense. Students, this present perfect tense is very common that we use in day-to-day life. For example, during school time, we used to speak, "The teacher has come to the class." So here, has with third form of the verb is used to show present perfect tense. The very first, we have four uses over here of present perfect tense. The very first is to indicate completed activities in the immediate past with just. For example, it has just struck 10. So it indicates the activity that is completed in recent past. So we use just and we use has with third form of the verb to frame present perfect tense sentence. Second situation is to express past actions whose time is not given and not definite. Have you watched Home Alone 3? So here time is not given. It is not definite at what time did you watch. It is just expressing past action without time. So it is also, have you watched Home Alone 3? Here we have used present perfect tense to describe past events when we think more of their effect in the present than of the action itself. I have completed my work. Now I am free. So here, any event, past event, when we describe, so when we think more of their effect in the present times than when the action had taken place. So that time also we use present perfect. One more example is here. Have you visited the Taj Mahal? I am sure many of you have visited the Taj Mahal. So whenever the Taj Mahal word comes in front of us, we can easily visualize the entire building and paintings over there of Petra did our work over there, so that still it has effect on our mind. So that's why we can say that I have visited the Taj Mahal instead of saying I visited the Taj Mahal. To denote an action beginning at some time in the past and continuing up to the present moment with since or for. So any work that began at some time in the past and continuing up to the present moment while speaking. I have known him for a long time. He has been ill since last week. So here students, you note down for and since are used in these sentences. Sentence structure is subject, has, have, auxiliaries over here, verbs third form and object. We have just learnt present perfect tense. We have not reached the station. Have we reached the station? I'm sure students, you understood present perfect tense. Now we switch to present perfect continuous. The present perfect continuous is used for an action which began at some time in the past, still continuing, and will continue in future. For example, I have been learning the piano since March 2020. It means some classes I have already attended, some classes I am attending, and some classes I will attend. Okay? So, whatever action that began at some time in the past, still continuing and will continue in future. One more example, you have been learning English language since your childhood. Second sentence. This tense is also sometimes used for an action already finished. In such cases, the continuity of the activity is emphasized as an explanation of something. When you explain, when you emphasize emphasis on something as an explanation, that time also we use present perfect continuous tense. For example, if it is asked, why are you playing? I have been since, sorry, I have been studying hard. I have been studying hard. This is an explanation, though it is a past activity. It is already finished. It's not at the time of speaking. Then also, because it is an explanation to this question, why are you playing? Sentence structure, students. Subject has, have, been, verbs first form with ing, since and for, and object. When do we use since and when do we use for? This is a common question we face while framing the sentences on present perfect continuous tense. So since is used when it is point of time and for is used when it is period of time. For example, Raymond's since 1925. Since 1925 till 2020 you can easily count. So from that point of time to this point of time, so since is used. For these many years, how many years, if we count, how many years will be? So for point of time it is since and for period of time it is for. One more example, I have been working on my science project since morning. I have been working on my science project for 3 days. Okay? So this is point of time, morning, and for 3 days it's a period of time. I have been reading an article for 15 minutes. I have not been reading an article for 15 minutes. Have you been reading an article since 3 o'clock? I'm sure students you understood present perfect continuous tense too. You have an exercise after this. You will be given answers also. But I want you to write answer on your own and then tell your answers with the given answers and find out whether you understood properly or not. All the best to attempt this small exercise on your own. Let's do it. He blank here for 10 years. The baby blank all morning. The town blank its appearance completely since 1980. I blank him for a long time. So you have answers also after this in the next slide. But I wish you to write first and then switch to the answers.